the quote, I was the second one. The first people can produce it. I got an email first thing this morning.
You talking about the big one that you thought you had and you came in second?
No, this is a smaller one, but it's still a 4-year contract, over 4 years.
Nice. What is that?
The leasing on a big ass fork truck.
Okay. And that's I'm pretty sure you stopped keeping count, but what are you at, like 30 or 40 now?
Yeah, close to it.
Nice.
I've already got sales into 2020.
Awesome. That is a 4-year contract, so that gets you to 2021, possibly 2022.
Correct.
You know, it takes time. It's not easy. I know if I talk about you, brother, because you work this, man. You stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning working it, and you get back up at 6 and you hit it again. But it's paying off.
I've never lost one contract due to my technical proposal.
Nice.
They dinged me one time. They didn't like the way my graphics were for my cap statement, but that's the only thing. And the kid would sound like he was 12. I've never lost a contract due to my technical proposal writing.
Right.
Always my price. So
there it is. You know, and if you throw enough of this stuff against the wall, something's going to stick, and you're a prime example.
My shit's sticking.
That's good times. You had one that you wanted to. Would you have one that you wanted to cover today?
Yeah, it's a source of thought. I've never done one before.
Okay.
I think I know how to do it, but if we could just go over it, I just sent you to an email.
Awesome.
With the and listen, I won this one contract and there were no set asides. This last one I won, the fork truck, there were no set asides. I still went for it, and I was almost the low guy, but the original people couldn't produce it quick enough, so they gave it to me.
Nice.
And there was no set asides.
I see it happen, just like the one you said you were 10,000 off, which I was actually literally in the process of doing a video and an article on it, because a lot of people would say we were short and blah, blah, blah. Where did I do with that? Oh, well, anyway. Yeah, got to run the numbers. Matter of statistics.
Yep, just got to keep plugging and chugging.
Okay, where is the email I just opened for you? There it is. No, that's not it. There it is. All right, sources sought. At least 2 dumpsters at landfill. So, as usual, when I look at an opportunity, let me remind you guys, again, I'm going to try and do this every day because it's not sinking in. Don't do anything without checking with me first, guys. I'm going to say it every day from now on. Okay. Sources sought notice. So sources sought in most cases are either the purchasing agent. Remember that some purchasing agents buy a lot of stuff. They might buy 10, 15, 20,000 different things a year. So they're not a specialist in anything. They're a jack of all trades. Sometimes they don't know much about what it is they're going to buy. So they're going to do an R.F.I, a request for information, or they're going to do a sources sought. Hold on, excuse me. One of the downfalls of social media is I get people trying to call me through Facebook, and most likely they're a scam. All right. So, a lot of times they don't know much about what it is that they're going to buy. So they're going to put an RFI, a request for information, or a sources sought out to gather more information to learn more about what it is they're buying. Or in some cases, that's not actually what they're doing. They know enough about it. But like I always say, you guys hear me say it all the time, humans are inherently lazy. And we typically try and do as little work as possible. And, what purchasing agent wants to take the time to physically upload and do data entry on a bunch of information, and then find out later there's not even enough people within the service area to get whatever minimum number of quotes they probably have to get, usually 3, or none at all. I've seen purchasing agents put stuff out for bid and no one replies, no one bids on it. So technically that purchasing agent invested all that time uploading and doing all that data entry And now they can't even find buyers for it. So replying to a sources sought or an RFI in a lot of cases is a good idea, as long as there's not a lot of legwork, a lot of busy work involved. So in this case, we're going to look at the sources sought to find out that. Now we're going to treat it just like an RFI or a combined synopsis solicitation. We're going to look at when it's due. January 11th, we got plenty of time to respond. It's not set aside for anything, so we know we qualify. We're going to look over the synopsis quickly. We know that they want to rent 2 dumpsters, so that's pretty simple. They are asking to let them know if you are a minority, HUBZONE, service-stable veteran, woman-owned, economically disadvantaged, etc. Even though it's not set aside for that, it still benefits them to hire you. They need 2 dumpsters that meet the following specifications: 44 cubic yard, automatic, blah, 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 blah. 4 years, so it's a firm fixed price base period with a 4-year option, which means it's a 5-year contract total. When they say a base period with 4-year options, year number 2 is technically your first year. Year number 3 is year 2. Year number 4 is year 3, and year number 5 is actually year 4, option 4. So it's a little confusing, but just consider the first year base, and the years after that are starting years. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So it's not giving us a whole lot here. They are going to make us go through N.E.C.O to submit the bid when it becomes available. At this point, it's not. So we're going to look at the attachment and see what it is they've got for us. I'm going to click
now.
watch.
N.E.C.O, well, I don't mean to interrupt. So when you say N.E.C.O, will it still come up on FedBizOps?
It most likely will still come up on FedBizOps, but then FedBizOps will redirect you to N.E.C.O to actually submit your bid.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. For those of you that don't know, N.E.C.O is the Navy's procurement database. Just like FedBid and FedConnect, your major military divisions, the DoD, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Reserves, excuse me, I said Marines. They all have their own database that they'll typically sometimes have you submit bids through. So we're going to click on the link and see what we got here. You missed it earlier, Clay. I tried to say my favorite metaphor, and I said my favorite Metamucil. No shit. Okay. That sources sought notice only, blah, blah, blah. Most likely this is the exact same information they gave us on F.B.O, and it is exactly word for word, exactly what's in the synopsis of F.B.O, verbatim. All right? So they didn't give us any instructions on what they want us to do at this point. It says all small businesses concerned are encouraged to respond. The government will not pay for any solicitation information solicited. Respondents will not be notified if results of the market analysis. To make functions of source side, the assist contract has to determine whether a small business concern set aside as an acceptable strategy for this procurement. They would like you to submit in writing. No phone calls. So they're not telling us what they want us to respond, but they are saying they would like us to respond. And if we respond with questions, they're not going to answer them at this time. More than likely, when they change this to an RFQ or a combined synopsis solicitation, at that point in time, they're going to add additional documents, and they will add the Q&A for all the questions that they received over that time frame between now and then. So at this point,
could I just send them like a capability statement, pretty much? Say, hey, we're interested. Here's my capability statements attached.
Bingo. At this point, I would put on your watch list. If the interested vendors list was blind, if there was no tab here, I would go ahead and add myself to the interested vendors list. But unless the purchasing agent tells you or it's a blind list, I don't suggest you do that for every opportunity, because you're just increasing your chances of getting more spam and junk. Because some people use that list for gathering names and phone numbers to market to. So in this case, I would put it on my watch list. I would email the purchasing agent a copy of my cap statement and just let him know that I am in fact interested and will be watching for this to come out as an RFI, and leave it at that.
Perfect.
Yep. Keep it short, sweet, and to the point. And any of you guys who've never emailed a purchasing agent, go to my YouTube channel, search the keyword email, and read the one. Watch the video. Did I make a video on it?
I've seen it before. I know it's
yeah, it's in there. It's under spam, isn't it? I'll go back and look for it. I'm positive it's in there. I know I did a really good LinkedIn article on it. Oh wait, you know what? Just email it if you guys need it, because I've got it in my. I know I've got it in my subject line. That's where it's at, right here. Email not received. Yeah, there it is. So what did I name it? I forgot. That's for all you flat earthers out there that say I'm perfect. Ha, I'm not.
I've been fishing with you. You're not perfect, that's for sure.
There it is. Bid proposal solicitation not received by the purchasing agent. Email delivery failure undeliverable. It's a great article. It's a good read if you like to read or watch the video. This will show you how to email purchasing agents, how to fill the document out, how to submit it, how they want it, what they want in the subject line, what they want in the body, so you can make sure that you get the greatest chance of purchasing agents receiving your email. Any other questions?
No, sir. Thank you. I'm good to go.
You got it, man. As always, and congratulations, brother. Keep it up.
Thank you.
For those of you that don't know, Clay did not win his very first contract. He didn't win his very first submittal, first bid. He didn't win one within the first 30 days. But he stuck to his guns and didn't give up. And eventually he won one, and it started to snowball. And now he's got so many, he basically doesn't even keep track anymore.
Pretty much about it. You just got to keep digging at it and keep trying.
And don't give up. Submit as much as you can.
Thanks.
You got it, brother.
Thanks, John. I'm off here.
You got it, man. Any other questions on a sources sought or an R.F.I or a pre-solicitation or any other terms in the government? Anybody got any questions, anything on that? If not, I'll see if anybody else has something to work on. Lewis, Naveen, Skyhawk, Theo, anybody got anything else to work on? Any questions? Anything else we could work on today?
Hey, John, this is Naveen here. I have one question regarding Clay. So what kind of projects he's winning? Like, has he won any projects like related to IT, or is it more into construction? And
I can email him and find out. But Clay's one of my students that took my lessons and ran with it as a broker. He had a business, specifically, but he figured, why not sell anything I can get my hands on? And that's exactly what he's been doing. So he sells anything and everything. But I can email him and find out if he's got anything focused in the IT arena or security or any way he can hire you as a sub or whatever. You guys can work together. I'm always about networking you guys too. So any day you want to network with any of my other clients, what have you, just let me know. We'll figure it out.
Okay, thank you so much, John.
No problem. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. I just got to do a little quick, everybody who joined before I forget. Anybody else got a question, bid, solicitation, proposal, something to work on? Theo, you haven't been in a while. How you doing, man? You got something to work on today?
Hey, John, Happy New Year.
Likewise.
No, thank you, thank you. I'm good. I'm just searching. I just want to get on here just to hear what was going on and just get a little soak in a little something. But I'm just trying to keep bidding, and I lost one. I bid it on through FedBid, and I saw what the other contract amount was. I was watching your videos this weekend and just trying to make sure I'm checking up on everything. But I'm pretty good for now. I thought a question would pop in my mind, but it hasn't. So
Okay.
I'm good. And I want to ask you too, I did change my address and my email. I just need to change that in S.A.M and I changed it in FedBid. Is there any other place do I need to change that in F.B.O too, or was there any other place?
All you need to do is email the purchasing agent, or not the purchasing agent. Listen to me. I'm not on today. Maybe I did have a little bit too much fun on the first. Email your case manager that you have an address change and CC me on it, and I'll make sure that everyone gets across the board the information to update it, because they'll update it, and it's got to be updated with your E.I.N first. They'll give you instructions on that. It's got to be updated through Dun & Bradstreet. Then the IRS has to be notified. Then the IRS has to do a consent validation. Once the consent validation's done, then they can update it in your cage code. And then once that's done, then you can ask the Federal Service Desk to refresh your F.B.O, and it'll pull it from S.A.M, from your cage code into F.B.O. So it's a process to get it done, but just email your case manager and CC me on it. I'll make sure it happens.
Thank you, sir. Will do. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Okay. Anybody else got a question, bid solicitation, proposal, anything to work on? I just got an email from a client that I have had since I started here in 2009. This gentleman is he's a property owner. Property owners can lease or rent property to the government. If you have an apartment building or rental properties or even houses, the government does Section 8. They do programs for veterans, programs for single mothers. So if you guys have properties, or you know somebody that owns an apartment building or a hotel or a motel, they want to do Section 8, anything like that. There's all types of ways to do business with the government. And Rossi can tell you, he's been one of my oldest customers. He's got 6 or 7 properties. He's been with me since 2009. Caller 2. Looks like we got another caller joined. Caller 2, did you have something to work on today? Question, bid, solicitation, proposal?
John, this is Melody. I'm not sure if I'm caller 2 or not, but I did have a question. I just emailed you the link.
You are caller 2, but not anymore. Now you're Melody. There it is.
Thank you.
In high school, excuse me, no, it was college. I dated a girl. Her name was Harmony. My best friend's girlfriend was Melody. And one of our other friends was dating a girl whose name was, what was it? Symphony. Crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay, got your email here. That's the cell number. We're going to go to F.B.O, Juniper Chassis. Okay, what questions did you have?
Well, down below it's stressed in bold. Must be a Juniper Networks authorized distributor reseller. If your quote is not from an authorized distributor reseller, it will not be considered.
Okay.
Does this mean us, Northern Plains Resources, or does this mean who we're getting our quote from?
You know, in a lot of cases, you would be able to get it from an authorized distributor reseller and still be a middleman. But in most cases, when it's a situation like this where they're specifying it has to be from an authorized distributor reseller, more than likely that distributor reseller is going to be registered and they're going to be bidding on it directly. So what I would
have a better chance, of course.
Yeah. What I would do on this one is I would, if anything, email the purchasing agent and ask them before you invest too much time on it. And if they say, yes, you can get it from an authorized distributor reseller and be the middleman for it, then run with it. If not, don't waste any time on it. But if they do say you can, when you contact the authorized reseller distributor, don't let them know that you're getting a price for the government. The best way to do that is tell them you need Don't let them know that you're getting it for the government, because then they might be bidding on their own and they might highball you. Best thing to do is say, I need a quote for this product plus tax, because I'm not selling it to the government. Just blatantly lie to them. If it's a supplier, reseller, distributor, I don't care what you tell them. If it's the government, never, ever, 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 ever lie to the government. Anyway, any shape, form whatsoever, don't ever lie to the government. But if it's not the government, lie through your teeth. I don't care.
Okay. I got it. So, so just simply ask them. I don't know if it really says a deadline on here. If you're able to see a deadline for questions, it almost looks like the 29th. It might have been the cutoff for questions.
Response date's the 8th. So what I would do in this case, I'd just do a Control F and put in the word question or Q&A.
Yeah, it did. It didn't say deadline, but it said they'd be resubmitted by the 29th or something. Questions. Like, does that mean any questions will be posted on the 29th? More
than likely, yes. They won't. If they didn't post the questions on the 29th, I get people that they'll call up and they'll say, hey, man, I emailed the purchasing agent this question, and I haven't heard back from him. You know, what a jerk. He doesn't respond to me, or she doesn't respond to me. Sometimes they're not going to respond until they gather all the questions. Then they'll do a Q&A. Then they'll upload that Q&A to the opportunity. Then they'll extend the due date. So just because they don't respond immediately doesn't mean they're not going to respond, period. It could mean that they're just waiting to gather all the questions to do a Q&A down the road.
So what you could see, there was no really deadline. It just...
Correct.
We could still try. Okay. Okay. That sounds good.
You got it. Any other questions?
Nope. That's it for this one. Thanks, John.
Okay. And you just got on. I don't know if you were on earlier when Clay was on, were you?
No, I just got on a little bit ago.
You remember Clay with USA Up South? He's used to come on all the time. He's got a southern accent, service-disabled veteran. No, it's no big deal. No big deal. I just want to say he's won so many contracts now he can't even keep track. So keep it up. Keep the faith. Keep putting that stuff out there. All right?
Okay.
You got it.
Thanks.
Got it. No problem. Any other questions? Anybody else got a question? Bid solicitation proposal, something to work on? Rapunzel, let down your hair. No? All right, guys. I'll be back on here tomorrow. You know the drill. Same bat time, same bat channel, 1 and 4. Email links, questions, screenshots, snips if you got something to work on. And if you're not on the preferred attendees list, let Angela know. She'll add you so you get the invites every day. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks, John.
No problem.
Thank you, John.
Yes, sir.